Hello and welcome back to the Lore Raider. The Galactic Federation is the largest and most powerful faction in the Metroid universe. And whilst we have discussed this bureaucracy on this channel before, to this day, many Metroid fans don't understand how its military is structured, and I'm here to correct that. So, join me today as we delve into the military of the Galactic Federation. Our journey takes us back to the early years of the Galactic Federation. Back then, the more ubiquitous symbols of Federation power, such as the Marines, didn't exist as the government still clung on to its pacifistic roots. But after the infamous massacres on planets like K2L and Naishi, many in the Federation realized that there was a need for some sort of standing military presence to combat the space pirate threat. Hence the creation of the Galactic Federation Police Force. Led by this fine specimen of a man, Chief Hardy, the GFPF was tasked with policing the large swaths of space in the galaxy in an attempt to curb space pirate activity. Galactic Federation Police, as we see in the prequel manga, would undergo missions to various planets and take on local space pirate outposts. One example being the police assault on a pirate human trafficking operation that led to the outpost's destruction, and famously, the police were the ones initially sent out to exterminate the Metroids in Metroid 2. However, in a plot point that has remained consistent since the very original Metroid, it was simply unfeasible that the police are able to track the pirates across the entire galaxy, and therefore the Federation created two further organizations. The first of these would be an effort by the Federation to bring together the strongest bounty hunters and beings in the galaxy to fight the pirates. These warriors would be called the Space Hunters, which, to clarify, are bounty hunters that are more or less restrictively contracted to the Federation. Examples of Space Hunters would be the likes of Gore, Gandrena, and Rundus from Prime 3, and of course our very own Samus Aran, who was the greatest of the Space Hunters and was said to have completed missions once thought impossible. However, the second organization, and the one more important for our purposes, is the Galactic Federation Army. The Federation Army, unlike the Space Hunters, are a true and proper branch of the Federation military, with their commander-in-chief being the chairman of the Galactic Federation. This force was created to be able to efficiently fight the growing threat of the space pirates, especially as the Federation Pirate War began to ramp up in earnest. The most important and famous member of the army would be, of course, Commander Adam Malkovich, as whom we both meet in the prequel manga and Metroid Other M, along with his platoon 07, whom we see in, of course, Other M. What is interesting to note is that unlike the police force or the space hunters, the army and other forces we will discuss seem to be primarily human. During the Pirate Federation War, the military and the executive branch seem to have been in very close communication, as several times, no doubt the most well-known arm of the Federation military was the Galactic Federation Marine Corps. These are very obviously the elite of the Federation military, having been trained in both land and air combat. The Marines have seen the fiercest fighting in the galaxy, ranging from their doomed stand on planet Aether, their attempt to apprehend the bounty hunter Silex on Sylosis, to fighting on various fronts during the Phazon Crisis and Dark Samus' campaign on the galaxy. The Marines in particular are the only branch of the military that is known to have occupied planets for themselves. It is known that the planet Norian was specifically terraformed for the sole purpose of the Marine Corps to set it up as a military world. What's more, the Marines also have sub-factions within themselves, as it is known that one General Alex Miles, whom I personally consider the worst Federation officer in the entire series, spearheaded the development of what is so-called the Federation Force, a special branch of the Marines trained to operate large mech suits based off of Samus Aran's own power suit. And to the credit of the Federation Force, they were able to single-handedly cleanse an entire star system of its space pirate inhabitants, which truly shows how effective they are. However, no video on the Federation military would be complete if we didn't discuss contractors. The Galactic Federation maintained a number of contracts with several companies that we see throughout the series. For in Metroid Fusion, we know corrupt elements of the Federation worked with biologic space laboratories in the construction of the famous BSL space station, on which the Federation performed various illegal cloning experiments. Then from Metroid Dread, we know the Federation worked with a company called Excellion Star Corporation in the development of a new type of weapon, the Extraplanetary Multiform Mobile Identifier, also more commonly known as the EMI, which are very powerful research robots that could scout out dangerous situations unsuited to the common soldiery. Even in Super Metroid, it is implied the Federation had some positive relations with the Space Science Academy that was aboard the Ceres space colony, who were responsible for discovering that the Metroids had some positive applications that could benefit civilization. But that is all she wrote. Do you think the Federation military deserves more credit? Are they the truly greatest force in sci-fi, or are they just as incompetent as we all think they are? Let me know down below, and you know how I leave you. Be safe, be wise, and please pray for a true peace in space.